This is a penny, and this is £1 million. And I'm not going to stop until I make £1 million just to give it away to someone who truly deserves it. So, I guess we should start with one singular penny. And this is how it's going to work. The only rule is that I can't use any of my existing platforms to make money, but everything else is fair game. Let's do this. And with the first job, it's really important to not be creepy. Excuse me, back massage or anything?
No, thank you, no.
Anything for like £1?
Definitely not.
Foot rub, shoulder rub, back massage. Do I just look like I don't give good massages?
Yeah, you do.
I will happily pet all of your dogs for the small price of 10p.
Well, I don't walk a dog with money on me. All I've got is...
You have 10p? We were off to a great start.
That's kind of creepy.
At a time wasn't going to cut it. I had to think bigger. Is there any job I can get? Is it possible to get a job? Can I get a job? Job.
No!
I can.
Yo, man! Fuck! Yo, is he raise baiting me right now? Yo, come on, man! Bro.
I can work for you. You look like you all want to buy some of Mariella's ice cream.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah? I secured my first job and I was thriving. Thanks to my hard work, Mariella's ice cream company was absolutely booming. And as a thank you, she rewarded me with... Thank you. Thank you so much.
Aww.
What a stingy lady. All those sales and for Nish.
£1.
Just kidding, she was very nice. The time was ticking, so I had to get back on the job search quick. If you want those strawberries thrown out, I'll do that.
Yeah, okay. Get them straw because I'll throw them away now. They'll be like £5.
How much?
£5.
£5? Are you serious? Oh, amazing. Thank you. Oh, so now we've got a mini challenge on our hands. Best thing to do is just give it someone else. Some random person just ran up to me and gave me these strawberries and said, deal with it. I don't know where to put them because I don't want to litter and break any laws.
I can just put it then.
Is that all right?
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing this, bro. Anybody want me to get strawberries and throw them in the bin?
I had to stretch the truth a little, but the money was just too good. But it didn't stop there, as I had another business venture in mind.
I thought he stole it.
I'm telling you now, all these people down here, at least one of them will buy some lemonade. Some lemonade? Some lemonade.
I have 6p.
So, oh, that's definitely not enough. But just for you guys, yeah, sure. Maybe lemonade wasn't as lucrative as I'd hoped, but I knew where I'd find the demand. Would you like to buy some lemonade for £5 each? You need to go tell your parents, run, and be all excited. Amazing news. Now we can start.
Nah, no way.
The big bucks were definitely on their way as word started to get out about my
£2 for a little lemon. Yo.
Oh my god, it is so good. All my customers were so happy. We were churning through sales, and despite all odds, our supply was coming to an end. So I'll give you my final 2 lemonades for that £5. Sure. And look at that. Perfect. Enjoy that. We're done. Come on!
How much?
I was feeling pretty happy with my newfound success. All that was left for me to do was count my day one
It's
earnings.
like 20.
46.
What?
87 pence. This is enough for me to take this into tomorrow, start making the investments and make some serious money. Serious money is what I needed, so I was up early to get the ball rolling on day 2. And sometimes you have to spend money to make money. This is going to change our whole life. Since barely anybody carries cash anymore, this card machine would be a game changer. But the spending didn't stop there. I needed a few more items to kickstart a brand new business. The whole business is going to be based on doubling your money. Now it's just about getting the customers. Which was going to be easier said than done. It's not like customers are just going to appear out of nowhere. Oh, sir, would you like to double your money? Anyone want to double? You want to double your money? That was easier than expected. Our first customer. But I decided not to charge the statue for his game.
How did he do that?
What he was giving us was more valuable than money. Attention. Ladies and gentlemen, this man right here is trying to double his money. The rules are very simple. The crowd can put any money they want on the line, and if they can land one of the 3 balls inside the red target, I'll double their money. It couldn't be easier. Wow, well done. Okay, have another go.
Well, this guy's trash.
Oh, and just try and get it into the red one now. Go, go, go. Yes, he's doubled his money! Wow!
Did he?
He's just made £150. Wow! In reality, the statue completely flopped. But the reason I was lying so blatantly was to encourage the whole audience to have a go themselves, so I could make some proper cash. Anyone want to go next? Yeah?
£10.
£10 on the line, guys. £10 on the line. It was finally time to earn
Now
some
they were
real
gonna
money.
expect
I could
it.
literally sense that all 3 balls were going to miss the target. That £10 was mine. Yeah, just get it in the red hole. Yeah! Amazing
Yeah, he hates
news. You get £20 back. That is amazing. Well done.
Now we can't do it anymore.
I was burning. I knew this man just got lucky. It was purely a fluke. £5. Oh, yes! Yes! Another winner! So many winners. So here you go. This is £5 bet. And that's pretty much... There you go. That's £5. I had made the game way too easy and now I was suffering the consequences.
He has no
Fortunately, I was
money.
burning my own money. We now have nothing left. I had no choice but to relocate and try again, but this time I had to make the odds a little more in my favour. So, if you just start from here, I mean a lot more in my favour. I told you. put your foot there. But it wasn't just the distance I changed. Just 2 of the 3, it's easy. Good luck. Oh, unlucky, unlucky. There we go, so close. Oh! We were now back in the green and despite the difficulty, a few people were still willing to risk their money. £10. Here we go. Good luck, brother. Sorry, did I say a few people? I meant half of London. We had an entire crowd forming of people willing to put their money on the line. And of course, I may have made a few losses, but that only inspired new customers to play. Everyone thought they were destined to win, with some people putting up some crazy numbers. 50?
Yeah. It's a company card.
It's a company card. Wonderful. Oh, what's the company?
True Travels, this is our boy.
True Travels. The moment I heard it was a company, I heard big money, so I took their details for later. But back to the game, the contestants were failing miserably, and money was pouring in.
This might be the
I couldn't
play.
believe it, but I wasn't completely without a soul. From here. And being kind was killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as I was making people's day. Another winner! And at the same time, attracting an even bigger crowd. £1. Go on. Oh, very close. Oh no. Where's my quid, man? My £1. But I need it. You said you'd give it to me. You said you'd give me the money. Despite this little thief, things were going without fault, but I had set my sights on other investments. It was time to move on to bigger and better ventures. I can't believe how much money we've actually managed to make. But I wanted to know the exact numbers. Starting with our cash.
Oh shit. It's still going.
27. Now the question is, how much did we make with the card machine? Okay, wow. So on this card alone, we've made £199, which means in total, we've made £321.27. So now, we really can get the business going. And that's because I finally had enough money to buy a special item which I needed to launch my next genius.
Oh, by the way,
business
homeless people
model.
could do this. Just
This
saying.
item wasn't easy
Just
to
saying.
get hold of.
No, I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock. They're all out and high, unfortunately. I can't help you with that.
Please, please.
I can't. I really can't, mate. We don't have one here.
Oh.
This purchase was harder than expected, but as I was starting to lose hope, the stars aligned for us.
We could do it. It would be £250.
Only £250. This was a huge chunk of our budget, but I needed this, so I agreed
Yo,
to buy it. And
what
that night,
is it?
I headed to pick it up.
Right, here we are, buddy.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. My name's Niko.
Is it like a bouncy
From now on, you can call me a new name.
Oh.
You may be wondering why I've just wasted my hard-earned £250 on this Sonic costume. And if you're wondering that, then you're an idiot. This is not a waste, it's a genius investment. You see, my next business venture was in the weird world of NPC TikTok live streams, where people live stream dressed as different characters. And when someone donates them a gift, they react with a pre-programmed response.
Yes, thank you for the rose.
More roses for Spider-Man.
Roses, thank you.
And the one thing they all have in common is that they never break character. I feel like I can make good money doing this myself, but before I could go live in my Sonic costume, I needed to gain a following. I am Sonico. Who wants to be my first follower?
I thought he was going to go on his like normal account, which would have been just cheating.
Follow the account. To get the ball rolling, I quickly churned out 3 TikToks to gain a fan base, including this masterpiece.
He's showing his face though, he's cheating.
And it was starting to work.
You're cheating!
We have our first follower, VFX Clazy. I just want to shout out to VFX Clays, my first follower.
His face,
because thanks to you, I'm now doing a face reveal. We had our first follower in the bag, meaning we were ending day 2
that's it, bro.
with £71, a Sonic costume, and 1 TikTok follower. All we can do now, guys, is just wait till the morning and see how many followers we can get by the time we wait.
3 million.
Sonico out.
I almost fell off my chair.
It's day 3, and it's time to see how well our TikTok account is done. Oh my gosh. We have 40,000 followers on the TikTok account. What the heck? We have 70,000 likes on this TikTok. I think we can make a lot of money from this. Call me a sellout if you like, but after my newfound fame, instantly I was on the hunt for a brand deal. Go.
What?
I am Sonito, TikTok's next star. If any brands would like to work with me and more specifically give me money, please contact me at Sonito.
And now all of a sudden it's cheated and homeless people can't do this anymore. Well done, Nico.
While I waited for brands to get in touch with me, I headed out for my first ever NPC TikTok live stream. No matter what, I don't break character. From this moment, I'm an NPC. Here we go, it's time for our first ever TikTok live stream. We're going to see how much of a moneymaker this really is. And the way you earn money is purely through donations. So I had to rely on people being entertained enough that they donate me gifts such as a rose, a hat, or a galaxy, which are all worth different amounts of money.
Isn't that David Amber?
Welcome to the live. Hey guys, welcome to the live. Thanks for the hearts. My first live stream had begun and the viewers slowly trickled in. Oh, thanks for the rose. We don't have that where I'm from. Every time someone donated me a rose, they were effectively donating me 1 penny. Thanks for the rose. Is that a rose? Thanks for the rose. We don't have that where I'm from. Is that a cap? Whoa! I'm changing heads. To be completely honest, I had gone mental. I just changed my face. But at least I didn't look it. Woo! Thanks for the heart. Man. Oh, is that ice cream? Yum, 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 yum. That lady walked past. And I was crazy because I was putting in all of this effort just to get these cheap gifts in return. I wanted people to be donating me galaxies, which is where the real money is. So I came up with a new genius strategy. I'm not moving until I get a galaxy.
He's moving. Yeah, see, you're just cheating, bro. Just getting back to 0 now.
Oh, is that a galaxy? Sonic Speed! Finally, a galaxy. Each time one of these was donated, I'd go for
somebody give me 50 subs right now.
Donate more. I noticed that people love seeing me in pain, so I acted like these donations were causing me as much pain as possible in hope that they'd keep going. Oh my god! The actual.
He's actually smart.
No more galaxies, please. No more caps. And of course, the 2,000 people watching didn't listen. Oh, a galaxy? Is that a galaxy? Oh, is that a galaxy? Sonic Speed! Thanks for the cap. Looks like I have to change faces. Alf, with the most solid profile picture, if I find you, it's raps, honestly. I'm going to faint. I'm telling you I'm going to faint. You guys have been warned. Ah! Many hours and many galaxies later, it was time to bring my first stream to an end. Ciao, ciao. Please don't go.
How much? How much is he just
and it's a wrap. That was hard work. But the question is, I want to know how much we made. £554 from standing doing a live stream. This is how much these NPC guys make. I might start having to do this all the time. Now I'm starting to be quite hopeful. The million might actually not be an impossible task. Things were looking good as clips from my live stream were going viral all over TikTok and more people were finding out about Sonico. We have now hit 100,000 followers on our Sonic TikTok account. I can't believe this. We had to keep the momentum going, so I suited up and hit the streets again to do what I do best. Thanks for the rose. We don't have that where I'm from. I went live again to squeeze as much money out of day 3 as I could, and I couldn't believe the amount of people tuning into this one. 26,000 people. What is wrong with you? Thanks to, oh, is that an elephant? Ah! And to tempt people to donate even more, I started a 10-minute timer. When this ran out, I'd be able to end the stream and go home. But every galaxy donated would add 30 seconds to the time. A galaxy! Ooh. Another galaxy. Another galaxy, another 30 seconds. This was a genius move from me, as people love to feel like they were torturing me by donating and keeping me there for longer. This technique kept me there for 2 hours. But it earned me so much more money before the timer eventually ran down and I could end the stream.
I reckon 1,200.
That may have been one of the absolute low points of my career, but I just hope, and I got a feeling, that the money is serious from that. And it was. Oh my gosh. We made £1,000.
Wow.
I actually feel like there's now a 10% chance we can complete this impossible mission. It's time for me to go to sleep, and tomorrow we're going to look at some emails. Over and out. It's day 4, and this Sonico stuff is really now starting to gain a lot of traction.
I tell you somebody else that I'm really concerned about, and it popped up on my TikTok, Sonico. Oh, have you seen this?
Yes, and it seems like he's making a lot of money from it.
People are saying that I've fallen off, and a lot of
Wow, that's
negative
rude.
stuff about me. I have had to put out a statement on the Nicole Milana account just saying I'm not affiliated. But I had to forget about the hate because I had some emails to attend to. Hundreds of brands had contacted me off the back of my TikTok post, and the potential profits were looking really promising. I shot one brand deal for an energy company. Lights will guide you to JWS-Renewables, specialists in social energy and storage. Brands couldn't resist
get
working
brand
with
deals,
us because of the
Nobody
great service
buys the
we were
shit from brand
providing.
deals.
Hi, I'm Sonico, and I can't wait to watch the next Fellas podcast episode. Everyone wanted me to promote their company. Hi, I'm Sonico, and I'm here with the toothpick guy.
I think I've seen
In the
this
space
video.
of just 1 hour, I'd made £2,070. This is the easy money. This isn't the
Well, this is cheating though, because it's Nico. Everybody wants it.
and we're
from
making
Nico.
good money each time. Good money, and I didn't have to humiliate myself in the process. I shot one last brand deal for the day, which was actually for the travel company that I met on day 2. True Travels is the best youth travel company in the world, and counted up all the money I'd earned after day 4.
I'd be so good at brand deals online, Joe.
We have made £4,484.98. We are genuinely a fully functioning business now. I can't believe it. We've made over 4K
Could you
in
just
4 days.
lie
With that
and say
being
you had an
said,
extra
tomorrow
2p?
I've got the perfect
come on,
idea,
bro.
and that idea is bringing in an extra person. So before I slept, I bought another costume. We've already seen how successful it is when I stream, so I wanted to bring in a new character to go even bigger and bring in even more donations. Yeah, every Sonic needs his Knuckles. For just £120, I was the proud owner of this Knuckles costume, and now all I needed was someone to fill it. So I put out a job advertisement seeking only the best and most professional actors and settled in for a good night's rest. Okay, so we've had a lot of applications for our job role. Now it's time to interview. I needed a convincing Knuckles, someone who could really get into the psyche of the character and push the brand even further.
Thanks for the royalties.
But that's easier said than done.
The next 2 days, I'm not basically around. You know, I didn't think it'd be such a long term kind of commitment.
Yeah, no, I'm committed for life. I've changed my legal name to Sonico. Like.
Okay. Cheers, man. Thanks.
He thought you were insane. He thought you were gym mental.
After scaring off all my interviewees, my only option was to hit the streets to find my perfect Knuckles. Would you be willing to join me in a business opportunity? It would be £250 a day. I need a partner in this, man.
Yeah, but I can't do it today. I'm sorry.
The streets weren't providing me much luck until I bumped into this
I
guy
will.
who was on his phone whilst driving, and he seemed like the perfect candidate. Would you like
You're in the
to
middle of the road,
join me for £250 a day and be my partner in crime?
Yeah.
You on it?
Of course. Why not?
Can you pull up? Oh my gosh, we might have found someone. I'm Sonico. Mickey. Amazing. What's your availability like over the next week?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sonic has a partner called Knuckles.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is bring video games to real life.
Okay, I like it. And you pay me cash?
Yeah, I'll pay you cash up front.
Okay, I'll do it.
This is what I liked about Mickey. He was money motivated and fully on board.
I'll do this, bro.
Hey, I'm Schmuckles. Make sure you follow my TikTok account for the craziest streams. Schmuckles!
Amazing. Mickey was a natural, and we filmed some TikToks to launch his TikTok account.
Happy with the performance?
No, I think you
Mickey
did a great
Locking.
performance there. You're natural. You're a natural. Tell him he's a natural. And my theory of getting another character involved had proven to be true, as this became our most viewed TikTok yet. Schmuckles' account blew up instantly, and the anticipation for our first joint live stream was huge. So that same night, we met back up with Mickey to make it happen. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Got something I'd love to show you. So this is your TikTok account for Schmuckles. So you have 36,000 followers.
It's insane, isn't it? It's insane.
And with all the hype around the new kid on the block, Schmuckles,
But once
this live
again,
stream had
nah,
the
he'd
potential
get-
to be our highest
He'd get a lot just because he's just moving like a dickhead.
earner yet. This is going to change everything. We're going to go from this level to a whole different world. The stream started and people came pouring in their thousands. And I was using the countdown method again to guarantee that the money flew in. Let's get a 10-minute timer up.
Exactly.
The galaxy will add 1 minute. 50,000 people in here. The reverse psychology of the timer was really working. Wow, another galaxy, another galaxy, another galaxy, and another galaxy. Wow, this really isn't getting funny anymore. And with this many people watching who all wanted to see me suffer, it was time to amp up my acting and milk these viewers dry. Let me go home. I've been here for hours. Let me go home. Thanks for the rose. We don't have those where I'm from. Owl again. I hate you, Owl. Stop.
Yo, let me do
Owl.
this.
Let me go home. Stop, Gabby. Why is it all coming in
I
now?
low-key might
No
need to
more
do this,
galaxies.
bro.
No more galaxies. Stop. 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 This was an Oscar-worthy performance from me, and while the audience
Yo, he's
thought I
not
was
performing,
hating it,
bro. He's dead ass angry.
no more galaxies! Oh, Hamza again. What's this? What's this? I was secretly buzzing with the amount of money we were making off of it. What is this? Oh my gosh, no more galaxy speed, stop. The entire audience was determined to make my pain go on for as long as possible, and they all had one thing on their mind. Who is Schmuckles? Schmuckles is my best friend. Why does everyone want to know who Schmuckles is? They were burning to have this mystery answered, so I agreed to do it, but only for one of the most expensive gifts. And with speed in the chat, we didn't have to wait very long. Oh my gosh, you're lying. Schmuckles, it's time to show your face. 3, 2, 1, take off your hat. There we go. That's right. Schmuckles' face reveal. Who is that? It's Schmuckles. It's Schmuckles. The face reveal seemed to have satisfied the viewers as they then left me alone. It's almost finished, guys. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And we're done. And we're finished. Thank you. Sonico out. Schmuckles out. Follow Sonico and Schmuckles. After 4 hours, we finally managed to end our first joint live stream. Schmuckles, I just want to say to you, thank you very much. I paid Schmuckles his wage for the day and headed home to see how much we'd made from the stream. After getting 50,000 viewers on a TikTok live, we made £3,764.98 in 3 hours of work. After a very successful 5 days making a total of £7,000, we were about to level up. I could keep steadily earning money by punishing myself on TikTok lives, but at this rate it would take me 1,000 more live streams to get to the million. And I don't think I've got 1,000 more of them in me. So the morning after, Mickey and I decided to turn this whole thing into a proper business that we could sell for a serious lump of money. May I introduce you to Sonico NPC Enterprises, where NPC live streamers could join our universe, giving them more exposure, and in exchange, they share some of their profits with us. Genius plan, I know. And to get this started, we posted a call. We're living every person's dream, being an NPC character, and we want you to join us. Over the next couple of days, we got over 5,000 applicants desperate to work for the Sonico brand. And that was enough evidence to me that I had a £1 million business on my hands. So I organised a meeting with an expert to find out a true value. We're about to go in for our meeting. This man is charging us £400 per hour. Gonna be
just go for 59 minutes then.
Hello, I'm Sonico. This is Ben, a business valuation expert at one of London's most respected valuation companies, and he should be able to give us an accurate estimate of how much our business is worth. We are Sonico NPC. I explained our business model to Ben and showed him the success we were having. If it continues at its current rate of growth, we'll reach 26 million followers, and then the projections for Sonico Enterprises is infinite. With 5,870 NPC applicants in the first week, do the math, this is billions of pounds, I believe. It seemed Ben was liking what he was seeing, and he hadn't even seen our brand deals yet. Hi, I'm Sonico, and I'm going to sing a song dedicated to my friends at AWS. It's renewable, fam. I think this got about 2.5 million views on TikTok. As you can imagine, the money can really go up. Our presentation was complete. Now it was time to hear what Ben had to say. How much would you value this business at?
So obviously it's just started, so there's a huge amount of risk attached to it. So I'd be looking at something in the range of 1,000 to 413,000.
So between...
It's a significant range, yeah. If I was investing my own money, unfortunately I wouldn't pay a thing.
We'd come so far that Ben was now arguing that Sonico Enterprise could be worth as little as £1,000. I had to convince him of the business somehow. What we can do generate a live stream now where you can see the funds coming in. We'll show you firsthand.
So we're going live to actually do a live stream?
Yeah, you're now live. This is the man in the suit. I'm Sonico, and this is
Instagram.
Basically, we have a new thing called text-to-speech, and we just rely on donations. This is our model.
So we're going to see donations start to come in?
Hopefully. I don't know what I was expecting, allowing Sonico's followers to have text-to-speech on during a business meeting.
Boy donated £1. When was the last time you washed that suit, Sonico? Met him in real life and he read.
Thank you for the donation at Fortnite Boy.
Toby donated £1. Guy in red knuckles costume is called Michael Lee. He was messaging my 15-year-old sister last week.
So you made £2 in a couple of minutes. That's not too bad.
Yeah, and they just keep coming in and coming in.
Ben looked worried, he going up on TikTok, bro?
That people didn't turn on him too.
Donated £1. I think I've slept with guy in smart suits wife LOL who lives at 27 Barnaby Street in London.
Thank you for the donation. Like,
Epic Beast 69 donated £1. Guy in the smart suit is a fucking waste, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were so rude there. That was rude. Don't be rude, guys. Be nice. We're here with the smart.
Donated £5. Guy in smart suit. Blink if you're a nonce.
Quite difficult not to blink, isn't it? Okay, I think the proof of concept's sorted.
We get
Are we done?
We get the concept. Yeah, we get the.
Rich donated £1. When you gonna tell him you brought him to that office to clap his cheeks?
Okay, I ended the stream there. I could only hope that Ben was able to look past the insults and see that we had a money-making machine on our hands.
Why does Schmuckles keep touching himself?
Okay, yeah, done. But as you can see, we've probably made about £60.
Well, Schmuckles actually funny as shit.
Why is the content like that?
I don't know. I don't.
Because there's quite a large risk around the government trying to clamp down on that type of stuff. I think I could write a report which would suggest a value of £413,000. And I think I'll be able to credibly support that.
And do you think someone will pay that £413,000?
If you're cautious, that's half that amount.
200 grand?
Yeah. We'd obviously be able to draft your evaluation report.
And who can I reach out to once you've valued it? Who do I send it to?
Yeah, so we'd be able to try and find some like corporate finance and transactions people who may be able to help.
So your range now would be
200 to 400 grand.
No way.
Thank you. Bring it in, Schmuckles.
If he'd
After
made
just 3 TikTok live streams, we had created a business worth a minimum of £200,000. I could not believe it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, this is so
It seemed the stream was enough to convince Ben.
Let's go. We're going to be rich. We're going to be rich. Yeah.
And Ben even said he could put us in touch with some people who would help us sell the business.
So now we just wait on his evaluation.
We made a business and
Once
sold
that
it the
comes
next
in,
day, bro.
hopefully the businesses can make an offer. He said he's going to get us in contact with someone, so we just wait for that.
Now that Sonico Enterprises would officially be valued between £200,000 and £400,000, there was no need for me to waste my time anymore with those absolutely painful live streams. So the Sonico TikTok account went dormant. And a few weeks later, we were invited back in by Ben.
I believe today is the day.
Definitely, I believe today's the day.
You reckon?
Today is the day.
To receive our official evaluation and be put in touch with some people who might want to buy our business. We met up with Ben and headed up to his office for potentially the biggest payday of our lives. And Schmuckles was getting a bit too excited.
Schmuckles are being slightly unprofessional.
So we obviously met about a month ago. How have things gone since then?
Well, we've actually put things on pause while just waiting to hear back from what you think.
Okay. To pause a business to wait for a valuation is not the way that this happens.
Already I could tell he had changed his tone from the last meeting we had.
And I can imagine that an investor probably wouldn't want to invest in a business where you've got 1 week of revenue, but then
But
nothing
we already
for
had
subsequent
1 week
months.
of revenue when we came here before.
But you've had nothing since then. It's very difficult to value it.
You're at least maintaining the value of the business.
No, I'm not. That valuation doesn't really stand up to scrutiny.
But you can't just take that away.
Yes, I can. In the real world, if you're trying to sell a business, nobody's going to pause their business for a month.
But we are in the real world and we've done that.
Yeah, and
But
that's why your business is probably worth nothing.
At this point, I'm not sure if he just couldn't be bothered to do the evaluation or
Yo,
my
Schmuckles
whole
is
world was
tweaking.
coming crashing down before me. But either way, it didn't feel good.
You've obviously invested in your outfits. That may have a little bit of value.
But what you're saying is our value is what's in the bank account right now.
It's limited to that at the moment, yes.
So it's just spinning.
Well, thank you, Ben.
No, my pleasure. I'm sorry to deliver that news.
I don't think it's worth a hug, Schmuckles.
Yo. No!
It is over. You saw last time. He said £200,000 and £400,000. I thought he was going to get that valued and then suggest us some investors.
So did I.
I just feel so demoralised. People just see us as a joke. I hate the business world. I hate it.
I can't do this anymore, I don't think, Schmuckles.
Oh, I believe in you. If I had 400,000, I'd give it to you.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What you've done for this business, I can't thank you enough. I've lost that hope.
Have you? Really?
Yeah. I think, honestly, it's best to finish there. I don't want to keep bringing you out here when I don't know what direction we're going.
You just got to get back on the horse, Sonico, and ride again.
Aww. Cheers, Smuckles, mate.
Just got to get back on the horse, Sonico, and ride again.
Months and months went by. I put my quest to make £1 million to the side as I had to dedicate my time to saving the country and taking down Rishi Sunak. And also worked on finalising my sweet brand called Shades by Niko, which is now out throughout the UK. A lot of thought went into creating the 3 perfect packets of sweets. Sonico would definitely approve. I came to the realisation that I simply wasn't going to make 1 million Great British pounds. And as someone who doesn't lie in his YouTube titles, this meant that the video was over. Until I found out that the UK weren't the only country that uses pounds. One Great British pound is worth £63.73 in Egyptian pounds, meaning that although I was nowhere near being a millionaire in Britain, I was almost halfway to making £1 million in Egypt. This seemed like an achievable target. All I needed was a way to get out there for cheap and make some money while doing so, and I had the perfect idea.
You're wearing a Sonic cap.
Well, you just
wow.
help you guys feel at home, you know?
That is incredible.
This is True Travels, a company that sends people on life-changing travel experiences.
Oh yeah.
And we have history. They gave us £50 off their company card on day 2 of this journey, and also gave us a brand deal on day 4. So I got in contact with them again because I had an idea that could save this video, which I wanted to pitch to them.
Sonico is going to Egypt, and I'm launching Sonico Travels, and I want to take some Sonico bags with me.
Yo, I can't do this shit, bro.
I explained to them my brand new business model of pay what you think holidays, and here's how it's gonna work. I'd spend £5,000 for example on taking 5 people on a crazy holiday experience, rather than them paying me a fixed price of £1,000 each up front. Instead, at the end of the trip, they would pay me how much they think the trip was worth, and I'm hoping that they will overpay due to basic human generosity, because if I'm trusting the customer with the responsibility of choosing the price, I'm hoping that they'd subconsciously feel the need to pay more than what the trip is worth, because they wouldn't want to betray that trust. If my theory is correct, this had the potential to be extremely lucrative.
Deep in. This guy's smart. Like, he's actually smart, bro.
It's a pretty big budget.
It's a big budget, but I do have a lot of followers on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen.
In return for that £12,500, I was offering them a business partnership and TikTok promo in return. Things looked promising, but they couldn't accept my offer there and then, so I said goodbye and waited to hear from them.
I think that was an absolute slam dunk. They were already wearing Sonic clothes when we walked in. I'm so confident that how about we cut to tomorrow where they say yes?
Yes.
There we go then.
With True Travels on board, we now officially had an extra £12,500 in our bank, which is actually above our Egyptian million, but I couldn't just keep the money.
No, the
I had
risk
a
isn't
contract
high,
to
because
uphold,
think
so I
about
paid
it.
for flight.
He's a YouTuber. If the investment doesn't actually work out and he doesn't get the amount of money or just give him from his actual bank, he's a millionaire.
In hotels for a 3-day trip to Egypt, which put us £1,500 back below the Egyptian million mark.
I bet you any money. I was just thinking about this in my head. I bet you any money, right? He said this isn't gonna go in a video, but if I don't get the amount of money, I'll give you out my actual bank. I bet you any
money. Pay me a total of £1,500 Great British pounds for us to hit our 1 million in Egyptian pound, which meant that I needed to find some trustworthy guests. So I posted a TikTok asking people to apply to come to the first ever Sonico Holidays trip, and then interviewed some of the applicants.
Hi Jack, I can. Is your first name Breaking?
Yeah, surname Bars.
I needed to make sure that the people I selected were trustworthy and ensure that they were going to pay me fairly for the holiday experience.
Say it was the best holiday you've ever experienced in your life. How much do you think you would pay for that?
I'd say like 500,
maybe £200-300 a day.
Up to about £1,000 probably for a 10-10 holiday.
1,000.
£1,000, yeah.
1,500 are you willing to pay?
200-ish, maybe.
Okay, so £200. Peace out. That's good. The money side though, £200 to £500. I need to be able to say to them, cough up. Pay me my money.
So, sorry guys. I carefully selected the 5 most trustworthy people to come on holiday with us. Also, coincidentally, the 5 people who said they'll pay the most money. And I flew out to Egypt one day before the guests arrived to get things prepared.
Here in Egypt, the most important thing for us to do is to find a tour guide who can give us the best trip around Egypt.
What I needed in a tour guide was someone friendly, someone with a van big enough for 7 people, and someone who could speak English.
For 7 people? 6. That's 6? Yes. Oh dear. Do you speak English? 4. Ah, okay.
We decided to cut our losses for the night and continued our search the next day.
You drive a van or not?
No, I drive a tuk-tuk.
Are you a taxi? No.
At this point, I decided I just have to do it myself. I spent 150 Great British pounds on hiring a van for the next 3 days, which pushed me slightly further away from making the Egyptian million. And I got picked up by a driver to take me to the van.
I love it, man. The Sony?
You like it, yeah?
Yeah, I like it. Love this?
Yeah?
Like Super
Oh, you are Super Mario.
I'm your friend.
We're brothers.
Our driver seemed like a pretty cool guy, and he clearly had a talent for giving tours too.
This is the Opera House. This is the first Opera House in Middle East. This is Cairo Tower. Cairo Tower shape looks like Egyptian lotus flower.
Ah.
And he was claiming that he actually does tours when he's not driving.
I do tours.
Do you?
Yeah, of course.
Are you joking?
Not serious. If I wearing my sunglasses, I will be more serious.
We pulled over to chat as I had a huge proposition for him.
I'm doing a business called Sonico Holidays, and I need your help to make this absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I'm ready here for you, man. I'm Super Mario.
You are Mario?
Yes.
Okay, you are this Mario. So we'll be partners like this.
Yes. What this mean?
So this means that we're together, me and you together.
Yeah, we are together.
We're gonna be like this?
Like this,
Yeah?
Then I can manage.
I think we'd found our tour guide, but my tour group were arriving at the airport soon, so we arranged to meet up later that night to make a plan for the trip.
My house in Old Cairo City.
Yes.
Would you like to visit this?
Tonight we can come to your house.
Yes, of course.
Mario, I'd love to come. We make the plan tonight.
We went our separate ways for now, and I picked up our luxury tour bus and headed to Cairo Airport to pick up the lucky 5 people coming on this tour.
Hello, friends. Good to see you, Shiv. Big up, Hakan. Breaking, Isaac, Tom.
Now remember, we had just under 900,000 Egyptian pounds in the bank, and at the end of these next 3 days, these holiday goers would be paying me however much they thought this experience was worth, which meant that there was no guarantee of making any money at all. So if I wanted to make £1 million, I needed to make sure that they had the time of their lives.
0 expectations right now.
Perfect.
I mean, you said incredible experience. You really emphasised incredible.
Yes, I said incredible experience.
How do you gauge what incredible is to everyone here?
Just a fun, incredible experience.
Right. We are screwed.
Everyone seemed a bit skeptical, but hopefully this 5-star restaurant would settle their nerves.
The New York spaghetti meatballs and the margarita pizza, please.
We just ordered 2 main courses, which is extremely impressive. As long as that goes into his value at the end, then we're all good. Remember, these guys aren't paying for anything, and they're costing me even more money right now. They've just sent me back another £150 just on this meal. I just had to trust that they'd pay more than what this meal's worth at the end of the trip.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good, isn't it?
And all that was left to do was settle the bill.
62,000 Egyptian. Oh wow, that's like £1,000.
I had to take advantage of every moment possible to add value to the trip.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get as much peas off them as possible, to be honest. God, that was expensive.
And after the 5-star dining experience, I took them to their 5-star hotel.
5-star? No,
Yeah,
4.
5.
4-star, yeah.
5-star, 5.
What happened to the 5th one?
And revealed to them the rooms they'd be staying in for the next 2 nights.
Goodness me.
Oh, nice. So much room for activities. Nice.
I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy yourselves. You've all got your own rooms, obviously.
Now that I'd put my tour group to bed, I could finally meet up with Mario to make a plan for tomorrow, and he took me to his home.
This is my street. You like?
Yeah.
Salamu alaikum.
Hello.
You have to say salamu alaikum.
Salamu alaikum.
We can enter. Come, follow me.
I followed Mario into this garage to meet his friends.
Salamu alaikum. I'm a new tour guide in the area.
We're bringing Egyptian tea for you.
Egyptian tea?
Yeah, of course.
No.
I invite you for a cup of coffee.
Brother, thank you. While we plan for tomorrow?
No, I'm good.
We did anything but plan, as the entire street came to hang out, and I discovered that Sonica was much bigger than I thought.
Sonico!
You become famous here in Egypt. Said I'm follow you. I'm your fans.
Thank you. We came here to work out how to do tour guiding.
Yeah.
And we've ended up with a sewing machine being turned on. Listen, if I'm going to be an Egyptian
Playin.
tour guide, I have to
I've
be
read that,
Egyptian.
actually.
This is what I'm learning.
You have to put cigarette here.
Okay. I have to say, when I started this video all those months ago, I was not expecting I'd end up in a random sewing shop in Egypt. You accept me?
Yeah.
I'm Egyptian now.
Yeah, I'll become Egyptian.
Hey, you look like you could be my son. So I might be Egyptian, who knows? For the tour tomorrow, are you going to take us into the pyramids?
Yeah, I get you all information. We can get beach buggy in pyramids area.
With tomorrow's plan
Yeah, I'm
complete,
good,
it was
bro.
time to say goodbye.
As-salama.
But before I called it a night, I wanted to get to know my new business partner a bit better.
I really appreciate you inviting me down here.
It's my pleasure.
What motivates you to be the best
It's cool
travel
though, but
guide
it's just a
you
bit
can be?
scary.
I pay for my daughter's school.
Okay.
I hopefully to buy bike to using to go to work.
Okay, so what do you use right now instead of a bike?
I'm using bus.
And how long is that?
At least 1 hour 30. I wake up 30 past 4.
You really work hard, Mario. You work very hard.
I do.
And you do it for your kids.
Of course. That's the real meaning of
Yeah, this
life,
guy's
you
tough,
know?
I like this guy.
The family. Family love. The only true love in this life. And that's the real meaning of life, to meet family.
Thank you, Habibi.
Thank you, Habibi.
Me and you.
Yes, you and me.
Okay, we've just got back to our hotel and Mario is the perfect person to get our million. But that man works so hard. He's so nice and charismatic. He's
How do
the
YouTubers
best.
just find people like this,
I'm gonna
bro?
learn from him how to be the best tour guide and then make the million and give it to him. What a man. Today is the big day and it's time for the tour. Mario, today's the day, man.
Yeah, of course.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Today we have our tour guide here, Mario.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I get it. Are you ready, guys? I'm super excited.
Let's go.
The outfit today.
Yes, I had to, yeah.
I want to lose some weight, buddy.
All right, mate, might want to gain some height. You guys have a good night's sleep in your hotel?
Them showers leave a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
And our temperatures were cold and freezing.
Yo, what the fuck?
It's hardly my fault, that.
This was terrible news. The trip had got off to an awful start, so I pulled over to make sure me and Mario were still on the same page.
Super Mario and Sonico.
Just like this.
Like this. Wait. Like
There
this.
we go. Okay, all right.
Now reassured that I could still trust Mario, we got back on the road and my group had no idea what they were about to see.
Look front of you.
No way! That's sick.
This is the Great Pyramids. This is the Khufu Pyramids. The only one of the 7 wonders of the world who's still standing.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
The Great Pyramid.
Look at that.
Wow, bro. Yeah, no, because we built that, didn't we, back in the day? Oh, yeah. I was
Wow.
there.
The pyramids.
I couldn't put a value on it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Why do you build 3 pyramids? Why not 4?
Yeah.
Why not 5?
Yes.
Why only this location?
Yeah.
They're using this location because this location align with Osiris constellation.
Stars.
Exactly.
Mario's deep knowledge of the pyramids was providing a great insight. He even took us inside and showed us around, which the guests
You can go in on a
absolutely
pyramid.
loved. But then it was time for something a little bit more my speed.
Yeah, this is fun. I want to go.
This was genuinely so much fun, the guests seemed to be loving it, and it only sent me back £100.
Look at this. Quad biking through the desert with the pyramids behind me. Sonico Holidays #1.
This felt like my first huge success in Egypt, and all I had to do to get it was take some advice off an old friend of mine.
You just got to get back on the horse.
Yeah, I'm doing this one day.
And ride again.
Did anyone not enjoy that?
No, that was amazing.
That was amazing. This is what I like.
Aw.
That was amazing.
Everyone who's on this holiday right now, they're having the time of their lives. They're all smiling. What we're giving them here is a priceless experience, which means they'll pay more towards the business.
And I had to hold up my end of the bargain and post a TikTok dedicated to True Travels, thanking them for funding this whole thing. We then headed out for a special meal on this floating restaurant down the River Nile, and before we went in, Mario had someone
Isn't the
special
River
for
Nile
me
in
to meet.
England?
She loves you. She is
I
my
did, that's what the
daughter.
River Nile was in
She
England, bro.
loves you. She watches you on Netflix.
Hello. To Mario's daughter, Ahmed's daughter.
She become shy.
Your dad is a legend. Your dad is a hero.
Thank you.
And after meeting Mario's family, I couldn't believe the chances of this. I actually bumped into one of my best friends.
My friend. You look like my friend AJ, Shabil.
Look, guys, we have found an Egyptian AJ. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend. You look just like my friend. All right, guys.